Imagine this. You and a friend are sick of not getting any tail, and one night decide to create a woman. This is...
Ooh, weird science. Ooh. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, where the hell have you been for the last 30 years? We are going to talk about the movie, so maybe you might want to go watch that and then come back and check out the video. Or watch the video and then watch the movie so that you can get whatever.
Wow. Now that's some content right there, I like to think. But we have to take a moment to thank our sponsors. One like and subscribe today will give this sad, infamous puppy a big old smile. He'll go from this to this. You see this? That graph that I'm putting up? That graph is how infamous puppy could be. That could be us. Subscribe today. Back to the video.
Meet Gary and Wyatt, standing outside of the gym, perving, watching some girls doing gymnastics. In steps Robert Downey Jr., shout out to RDJ. Tim and this guy just walk up behind him as they're sitting there fantasizing about this fantasy life being popular, having all the girls, driving these cool cars, and just being the shit of the town. They end up standing there in their underwear when they get their pants pulled down. Cuts to, they're pissed at home watching Frankenstein, and so this sort of prompts the whole and Gary's literally contemplating, because it is Gary. Wyatt's just kind of like, whatever, man. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go make a woman, dude. Sure. And Gary's like, no way. If we did this, this, and this, they decide to go ahead. All right, man, let's go ahead and see if we can do this Frankenstein shit. So they're hacking the government mainframe. And for some reason, they must wear bras on their head. That wasn't ever really explained. I think it was just a scientific fact that if you think about boobs, put it on your head, it'll help kind of melt into your psyche and create your perfect woman. First of all, let me even say, I love this movie, so you will never get any shit from me about this movie. It is my childhood. This is everything I remember. Bra on the head, hooking up the doll. I mean, I was damn near acting it out in my head. We get the door pulsating, and this is from the boobs. It cracks open, and we have Kelly Lee Brock, also known as Lisa, standing at the door with the mist and the fan. And she's like, hello, boys. Are you ready to party? Oh shit, you're a girl. Let's go take a shower. But they were scared, and they stayed in their pants.
So after taking a shower with the wonderfully robotic Lisa, who now also has powers, she conjures them up some convertibles, some fake IDs, because, you know, we're 15. We want to definitely go to this bar with all these random men, make these boys drink. Gary, he gets so unbelievably smashed that he starts talking jive with the group of brothers. He goes, oh man, he talk like me. He literally talks like that, so we're not exaggerating. So after a night out on the town, they drive home drunk, and we meet a fantastic character, Chet, the big brother to Wyatt, who is also kind of a ding-dong dick. He talks like this, and he's like, I'm the military bro, and I'm gonna kill you. I don't know. Lisa hides herself from Chet so Chet doesn't see her. Chet extorts money from Wyatt, saying, hey, you're coming home drunk and mom wouldn't like this. By the way, the parents are gone throughout this whole thing. Well, I think it was like a vacation that they were on, or they went to go handle some business. Doesn't really matter. The parents are gone, and it's just the kids running the house with a woman. So now cut to them heading to the mall. They want to go hang out with Lisa, seeing exactly what can Lisa do. Lisa goes off to like a Victoria's Secret type store and asks a very old woman what a 15-year-old would like for a woman to wear for undergarments. The bullies see Lisa at the mall and decide they want to hit on her. She is like, nah, I'm not really messing with you, I'm messing with Gary and Wyatt. That really pisses them off, so they go ahead and dump a slushie on their heads. Lisa doesn't like this. She gets pissed. She's like, well, these are my lovers. Cut to them at home. Lisa's like, you boys need to grow some cojones. You guys are gonna have a party against Wyatt's will. Wyatt's like, no, I don't want to have a party at my house. You're supposed to You're supposed to do exactly what I say. Why aren't you doing what I'm saying? And she's like, because this is what you actually need. You need to have a rager in your house and have all the bullies and girls and bully girls come to your party. Come to your party. Bully girls. Come to my party, bully girls. Bully girls. Come to my party, bully girls. Now they're about to throw this party, and Gary thinks it's a good idea to have Lisa meet his parents for some reason, and it's a whole scene where she's like smoking, kicking up on the couch and being like, you should chill out, Gramps. Let your 15-year-old do whatever you want. And they're like, you look a little old. When they want to kick her out, she pulls out a gun and says, I'm gonna gat you up. Gat you down? Make you look like Swiss cheese. She threatens to Swiss cheese his parents. They leave, and turns out she's using her powers to like make them forget about Gary, that they even have a son named Gary. And Gary's like, why you do that, man? Because he's still kind of doing the black voice. But now it's time to party. Come to my party, bully girl.
Cut to this wild party that Lisa's been putting together. Somehow hundreds of people show up to this house. These two guys are still kind of like not fully owning their powers, are in the bathroom hiding and talking about, man, you know, we've been fucking planning this shit. Now it's here and we're in the freaking bathroom like a couple of fucking losers. They were watching the overall gym girls, but they really liked these two girls who happened to be dating Robert Downey Jr. and the other guy. The girls were like, wow, she's really hot. Like, look at her hair. If she farts, it smells good. If she burps, it's really great. In the bathroom, because Gary and Wyatt are in there, the girls go in there too, and there's a little flirtatious banter, and the girls just kind of want to check their hair. Gary and Wyatt, for some reason, don't leave the bathroom. They just step into the shower. They just stay, oh, here, we'll just stay right here while you guys do what you need to do in the bathroom. They're like, okay, this is our shot, Gary. Let's at least try to holler at these girls. But then when they come out of the shower, it's two fat girls instead. I guess that was the joke.
So the bullies from before, after the whole bathroom debacle, see Gary and Wyatt and are like, let's have a little chat. You know, we've always liked you even though we've bullied you for years. Can you please make us a Lisa? After some back and forth, they decide to actually go through with making them a Lisa. When they are attempting to make Lisa 2, the house goes crazy. The pictures on the wall of Wyatt's parents, they start busting a move. The kitchen turns blue. There's a naked lady, can't really show that, but I'm pointing at it anyway. She gets sucked out of a chimney. Wyatt's grandparents arrive and they're like, dude, what did you do to this house? Why are you having a party? What is this, Project X? Lisa's like, I can't really have the grandparents doing all this, right? Isn't it? It's Tuesday, beans and toast, right? I'm gonna freeze you and put you in the pantry. It's a wild ride, man. But you think that's crazy enough? It gets crazier. It gets crazy. Can you believe that? Can you believe that it gets even crazier than this? Oopsie whoopsie doopsie. The electrodes were connected to a magazine that featured a missile in it, and they ended up accidentally making a missile that shoots through the house. Okay, hold on, stop. We have a couple of things to talk about here. We can just make things. Infinite money glitch. I have bands now. Just hook it up to a band, bam, 2 bands. So now there's a missile in the house, and Wyatt's flipping out. They think it's the girl that they created, and all of a sudden they see Lisa. She's like, well, you know what you didn't do? You didn't hook up the doll from before. It's about whatever you hook up to. If you hook up to it and feed information into your computer, you can make whatever you want. But you forgot the doll. And they're like, damn, dude, we did forget the doll. That's why it's a missile. Huh, that makes a lot of sense. Lisa is like, okay, this is the second time in the movie where you guys need to grow some cojones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my magic powers, and I'm gonna create killer mutants to ride bikes through your party and living room. So now there's killer mutants in the mix. And Lisa's like, well, it's your party. You just have to go downstairs and tell them to stop. Easy enough. And Gary and Wyatt, they're like, oh, you know what? I do need to grow some chutzpah. They go downstairs and they say, look here, man. you need to leave this here party. And the guy's like, well, what if I don't leave the party? And Gary's like, well, man, I'm gonna blow your shit smooth off. The guy goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the party. I didn't even know you guys were having a little jig here. Please excuse me and my other killer mutants as we leave. They very politely leave. One even says, please don't say anything about this, man. I'm a school teacher. I would really hate to lose my job teaching. Part-time killer mutant doesn't really put the food on the tables.
Boys have just shown their cojones. They just saved the girls that they love. Cutting to now, Chet arriving back home. The boys are all snuggled up with their ladies. Chet shows up and has a shotgun. Wakes up Gary and his woman by bopping him in the head. He's like, where the hell's my brother, bro? This is some crazy shit. The house is a shambles. There's a missile in our house. Where's my brother? I forgot about that. Where's my brother again? He goes into Wyatt's room, shoves the gun in his nose to wake him up, says, hey man, this is gonna be more than money than you could even offer me to keep my mouth shut. Chet, goes down to the kitchen. She's sitting down there having the tea, and Chet's like, Lisa, what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. This is all your fault. They did this because of you. She goes, Wyatt, Gary, why don't you take the ladies home? I'm gonna talk to Chet. They leave, go take the girls home, and Lisa and Chet are in the kitchen. And she's like, all right, Chet, this is how it's going to be from now on. You're going to leave the boys alone, and you're going to stop being a fucking asshole. Next thing you know, we cut to the boys saying goodbye. When they come back, Chet is now a disgusting, vile, filthy toad of some sort. He's like, hey, Wyatt. I want to say I'm sorry. And they're like, okay, so thanks, Chet, but Lisa, is he gonna be like this forever? Because we can't, when my parents get home, they're gonna be really pissed. And Lisa's like, no, it'll wear off in a little bit. Gary and Wyatt are having this sort of moral thing because they're like, okay, we love Lisa, but we have balls now. We don't kind of need her. As she gets ready to leave, the cars disappear, the house starts going in reverse, the missile goes back into the ground. The parents are literally getting out of the cab, getting their luggage. They walk in as the final table is being moved right back into place. And Chet's no longer a mutant. He's now a nice brother who just has a really bad haircut.
We get a shot of Lisa, now on to her next big old task, to coach the boys' gym team. And all the boys, they're like, oh my God, she's hot. Look at this. This is our new coach. I can't believe it. Roll credits. That, my friends, was Weird Science. Thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you're weird, please science all over everything all the time. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. I'm Infamous Puppy.
And I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. Thank you for watching. Ooh.
Deuces.